Let's talk about the Czech and DDR line German Shepherd. These mythical, monstrous, powerful dogs of legend, born and bred in the Soviet era, when men were still men, to do the dirty work of Stalin himself. These enormous, vicious animals. So beautiful, yet so powerful. Let's talk about these mythical creatures of legend that only exist in the lines of a few discerning breeders, and that for a pretty penny, you, the stupid consumer, can buy. Let's talk about the Czech and DDR line dogs, guys. Like many other things, unfortunately, it is marketing horse shit. It is designed to sell you something based on the fact that it is supposedly from a specific geographic location, and that somehow imparts certain qualities upon it that do not exist from other geographical locations. Czech and DDR line dogs are working line German Shepherds. Working line German Shepherds exist in numerous geographical locations all across Europe and now in Canada and the United States, and have done so for many, many generations. Now, there are a lot of breeders that are selling these dogs, and they have the DDR in big all caps with the exclamation marks, or the Czech line with, like, a dog wearing like a tactical vest and is being held back by a guy with an assault rifle. Guys, it's all marketing horse shit, okay? The quality of a dog is not determined by its geographic origins. The quality of a dog is determined by the workability, the health, and the character of his or her ancestors. Okay? So needless to say, using a little common sense, it's quite possible to find these dogs in a lot of different places. Working line dogs of good quality. And there's a reason why people that even live in that area, in those areas, in the Czech Republic, in Slovakia, in Eastern Europe, don't care if the dog is Czech or DDR line. Not that even DDR really exists anymore. When I think DDR, I think big, dark sable dog, of course, very scared and nervous, because genetically that's what they are, low drive, in the van, a Dodge Caravan, with his fur mommy, who has warning, stay back, working canine in stencils on the back window of the Dodge Caravan. That's what I think when I think DDR line dog. So, no, Has, you don't understand. My cousin's friend, twice removed on my brother's side, had this DDR dog, and he was 200 pounds, and when he said kill, that dog killed. I know. Please, guys, spare me in the YouTube comments. I know you guys are all going to start hitting me with those stupid comments. And I just want you to understand, I am laughing. I won't respond, but I am laughing when I read them. Or maybe I don't read them. Either way, don't leave me stupid comments like that. Anyways, like I was saying, I am a working line German Shepherd breeder. I just so happen to have many dogs that are actually from the Czech Republic. They have a lot of Czech dogs in their pedigrees. I have dogs from Slovakia that, again, have a lot of Slovak dogs in the pedigree. I have dogs for sale that have all Slovak pedigrees. Notice how I don't say DDR or Czech or Eastern Bloc, Soviet, whatever. I don't do that. I just say this is a nice working line German Shepherd with an FCI registration, blah, 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 blah. And I describe the dog for what it is. Because for me, the geographic origin of a dog is the least important thing. The most important thing is the workability of the dog, the character of the dog, and the health of the dog. Lastly, I look at the pedigree. And the only reason I look at the pedigree is to make sure that within the first couple generations, there isn't a dog in that pedigree that I know is known for producing weak or nervous or dogs that have poor health. That's the only reason I ever look at a pedigree. The geographic location of the dogs in that pedigree are notwithstanding. I don't care. My stud dog, if you follow us, you know that I use a dog named Onyx von Diandico. I just titled him IGP3. Okay? Powerful, fantastic dog. Extreme drive. Extreme aggression. Very confident. Beautiful grips. Just a fantastic dog in every way. Half his pedigree is Canadian from Quebec. Okay? The other half is West German. Has some really nice West German blood on the bottom half of his pedigree. But again, I don't care about the pedigree. As long as he has one, as long as I know who the father, the mother, the grandparents are, I'm happy. You know, the pedigree and the place of origin of the dogs in the pedigree, least important thing for me. Most important thing is the dog in front of me. And guess what? He produces quite well. I use his puppies I must have had at least 60 puppies from that dog by now. Some of them are in police departments. Some of them are, being used as sport dogs. A lot of them I use as personal protection dogs, which I sell. You know, fantastic dog. He produces what I need. He produces puppies that can actually work. He produces dogs that are good family dogs, right? And he's a monster himself. And he has good health. I don't care where he came from. Now, I have dogs in my kennel right now. You can check my for sale section. I got some fantastic Slovak German Shepherds, really nice dogs, big, beautiful, bigger than him, prettier than him, right? They have nicer pedigrees than him, all from Slovakia. Why am I using him as my breeding dog? Why don't I sell him and keep one of those and use one of those as my breeding dog? I could. I'd probably be able to sell more puppies, and those dogs are really friendly too, so you can come and when you want to look at puppies, you can pet them and it'll sell you a puppy for sure. Why don't I do that? Because he outworks those dogs. Those dogs are really nice dogs, but he outworks those dogs, and I refuse to ever compromise in a breeding. I will never breed to a lesser dog if I can breed to a better dog. All right? Doesn't mean that those dogs aren't fantastic for the family. 99.9% of families would never be able to handle my dog Onyx. My family can't handle my dog Onyx. Onyx lives in the kennel. I take him out to compete with him and to exercise him. He doesn't live, but he produces fantastic family dogs, because when you're breeding, you breed to extremes. Okay? You don't breed to half. You don't breed to halfway because you only want to produce halfway. If you know anything about breeding, you know that breeding is a downhill. It's not uphill. So when you breed an average dog and an average dog, guess what you get? You get a shit dog. When you breed a shit dog and an average dog, you get shittier dogs. When you breed an extreme dog to an average dog, you'll get some average, some not so average, and some really good dogs, if you're lucky. So breeding is not a uphill trajectory, which a lot of people think. They think, oh, I just want to produce dogs for my family, for families. So I breed an average dog to an average dog, that's a really nice temperament for the family. I'll breed these two together and I'll just produce big, beautiful German Shepherds for the family. Well, I see the quality and the product of that in my kennel every day, here for remedial training, because they're fearful, they're anxious, they're nervous. All right? That's where the nervous dogs come from. Breeders that breed down to try to satisfy the market. Listen, the vast majority of my clients are families, and I give them very nice dogs. I sell them very nice dogs from my breeding program. Ask yourself how that can be when I'm breeding to really powerful working lines. Because breeding doesn't work like that. Just because you breed extreme dogs together doesn't mean they're all extreme. You're going to get some for work, some for sport, and then some for active family situations. That's the reality of it. So this Czech and DDR line stuff, look, the Czech people don't care where their dogs are from. And the Czech and the people in the Eastern Europe have a very rich working dog culture that is still alive and well today. They don't care what geographic location the dog comes from. They care how the dog works. They care about the power of the dog. That's why they have, dogs from all over Europe in their pedigrees, including Germany, including Holland, including Belgium, right? Some of them even from the U.S. There's some U.S. dogs getting breedings over there. So, guys, don't fall for the marketing BS.